Have you ever wondered why a big motor doesn't just roar to life instantly? Or why your power supply delivers a smooth, steady stream of energy instead of a sudden jolt? The answer lies in a fundamental component that keeps our electrical world from becoming a chaotic mess of shocks and surges. That component is the inductor. Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of inductors. By the end of this video, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of what an inductor is, what inductance really means, its unit of measurement, and most importantly, how engineers use this incredible device in everything, from your phone charger to massive power grids. We'll use real-world examples and simple, intuitive logic. So let's get started. First, let's tackle the core concept. What exactly is an inductor? In the simplest terms, an inductor is an electrical component that opposes any change in current flowing through it. Now, pay close attention to that phrasing. It doesn't oppose the current itself, but the change in current. Think of it like this: if the current tries to increase suddenly, the inductor pushes back, trying to slow it down. If the current tries to decrease or stop suddenly, the inductor again resists, trying to keep it flowing. Inductors are the peacekeepers of the circuit. They prefer smooth, gradual changes, not abrupt ones. They act as a buffer, ensuring everything happens in a controlled manner. To make this even clearer, let's use an analogy. Forget the common water analogies for a moment and picture a heavy freight train. A train has immense mass and momentum. Can it start instantly and immediately hit top speed? No, it has to build up speed gradually. Can it stop on a dime? Absolutely not. It needs a long distance to slow down and come to a halt. This resistance to a change in speed is due to its inertia. Well, inductance is the electrical equivalent of inertia. Just as mass resists a change in velocity, inductance resists a change in current. An inductor is like that heavy train. It ensures that the electrical speed, the current changes smoothly and predictably. So, we know an inductor is the physical component, often a coil of wire. But what is inductance? Inductance is the property of that component. It's the measure of how strongly it resists a change in current. A component with high inductance will resist current changes very strongly, causing the current to build up and fall very slowly. It stores a lot of energy in its magnetic field. A component with low inductance will offer less resistance to change, allowing the current to change more quickly. So, the inductor is the device, and inductance is the measure of its effect. Every property needs a unit of measurement, and for inductance, that unit is the Henry, abbreviated with a capital H. 1 Henry is actually a very large amount of inductance, so in most practical electronics, you'll see smaller units. For high-frequency circuits, like those in your Wi-Fi router or radio, we use microhenries, which are millionths of a Henry. For things like power supply filters or motor drives, we often use millihenries, or thousandths of a Henry. The big, full Henry units are reserved for massive power system applications, like giant reactors on the electrical grid. As a general rule, the bigger the coil, the higher its inductance. So who figured all of this out? We owe the discovery of inductance to the brilliant minds of Joseph Henry and Michael Faraday in the 1830s. Working independently, they discovered a fundamental principle of our universe. A changing current in a wire creates a changing magnetic field around it. And even more fascinating, a changing magnetic field near a wire induces a voltage in that wire. This two-way street is called electromagnetic induction, and it is the very foundation of our modern world. Without this principle, we wouldn't have electric motors, generators, or transformers. This brings us to a crucial question. Why do we even need inductors? The reason is that in an ideal circuit, electric current can try to change almost instantly. When a switch is flipped, the current wants to go from 0 to maximum in a nanosecond. This sudden change creates huge voltage spikes, puts immense stress on electronic components, and can make the entire system unstable and unpredictable. Inductors are the solution. By resisting these sudden changes, they smooth out the current flow, acting like a shock absorber for electricity. They reduce dangerous surges and can even store energy temporarily in their magnetic field, releasing it when needed to keep the current stable. In short, inductors make our electrical systems reliable, safe, and predictable. Let's look at how engineers use this in electrical design. There are three primary purposes. First is current smoothing. In power supplies, which convert AC to DC, the output isn't perfectly flat. It has small ripples. An inductor is placed in the circuit to smooth out these ripples, delivering a clean, steady DC current. You'll find them in DC motor drives and inverters for the same reason. The second purpose is energy storage. An inductor stores energy not as a charge, but in a magnetic field. This ability is critical in switch-mode power supplies, or SMPS, which are in almost every electronic device you own. The inductor stores energy during one part of a cycle and releases it in another, allowing for highly efficient voltage conversion. This is also how uninterruptible power supplies, or UPS systems, can maintain power for a short time. The third major use is filtering. Inductors naturally resist high-frequency changes more than low-frequency or DC current. This makes them perfect for filtering out unwanted high-frequency electrical noise. They are a key component in ME filters, which stop devices from interfering with each other. They're also used in signal conditioning and communication circuits to separate the desired signal from unwanted noise. Now let's move from design theory to real-world operation. In an industrial setting, consider a large motor drive. When a powerful motor starts, it tries to draw a massive amount of current, which can damage the power electronics or even the grid. An inductor, often called a line reactor in this context, is placed in series with the motor to limit this inrush current. It forces the current to ramp up slowly, protecting the drive electronics and reducing mechanical stress on the motor's gearbox and couplings. Without that inductor, the drive would likely fail. On an even larger scale, let's look at the power grid itself. Huge inductors, sometimes the size of a small car, are used as reactors. Their job is to limit fault current. If a short circuit occurs, the current can surge to catastrophic levels. A reactor resists this sudden surge, giving circuit breakers time to operate and preventing widespread blackouts. They are also used to control voltage and stabilize long-distance transmission lines, ensuring the power that reaches your home is stable. Inductors are also silent protectors. They are your first line of defense against surges and transients. When lightning strikes nearby or a large appliance switches off, it can cause a sudden surge in your home's wiring. Inductors in your device's power supplies resist this sudden change, protecting the sensitive electronics inside. By smoothing out current, they also reduce the heat generated by rapid current fluctuations. You might be surprised to learn how many inductors you rely on every single day. Take your mobile phone charger. Inside that small power adapter is a tiny inductor working hard in a switch mode circuit to efficiently convert power and regulate the energy transferred to your phone's battery, preventing it from overheating. In an electric vehicle, inductors are essential for controlling the massive currents flowing to the motor, providing smooth acceleration. They also play a key role in regenerative braking, where the motor acts as a generator. The inductor manages the flow of energy from the wheels back into the battery, increasing the vehicle's efficiency. Even in your home entertainment system, inductors are at work. They help filter out electrical noise in your TV's power supply for a clearer picture and are used in the power adapters for your Wi-Fi router to ensure a stable connection. So, here's a practical way to remember what the different values of inductance mean. When you see microhenries, think of fast-switching electronics and high frequencies. When you see millihenries, think of power control circuits like motor drives and power supplies. And when you see full henries, think of high-power, grid-level systems. A simple memory trick: low Henry values for a fast response, high Henry values for strong control. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. The inductor is the physical component. Inductance is its behavior, its electrical inertia. Its unit is the Henry. Its primary function is to resist a change in current. And its purpose in our electrical world is to provide stability, enable energy storage and conversion, and protect our valuable equipment. Remember, the most important takeaway is that inductors don't block current. They simply control how fast that current can change. And in doing so, they bring order and stability to the world of electricity. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this detailed explanation has demystified the inductor for you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the world of electronics and engineering. Let me know in the comments what component you'd like to see explained next. See you in the next video.